So, hi, this is video number 2, and I thought that I would do a topic suggested by Opal about baby names. Now, the older I get, I'm 29, well, 29 and a half, the more I think about children. And I never used to be somebody who ever thought that they wanted to have kids. I always was like, I'll be a really cool aunt and I'll just be like, really awesome to all the little kids that my friends have and whatnot. But over the last 2 years, I've really realized that I want babies. I want more than one baby. I want at least three. Now, the only thing is that I have no desire, like zero desire, to be pregnant. But I guess being a lesbian kind of gives me that option of maybe not having to. Not to say that my partner is gonna want to, be the one that's all big and just, I don't know. But I'm hoping that whoever I decide to have children with will jump at the chance for that. Now, the more I think about it, and the more I have plans for, having babies, I realize that not only do I want to have my own kids, I would love to adopt at least one of them, and that's really hard. Like you have to be willing to be patient when it comes to stuff like that. My brother and his wife, they've been trying to have kids for the past 3 years, and it's been a really big ordeal because Jen can't get pregnant, and they've tried in vitro, they've tried all the things that you can do to try to conceive, and it's just not working. And I guess now, because they've spent so much money doing that, they can't even afford to adopt a child, which is really hard because like they want kids and they're not going to stop until they do. But like, if you're going to bankrupt yourself by trying to have kids, um, can you afford to have them once you get them? It's the only problem. Anyways, that was babies, yes. And so I've always been um, one of those people that just loves names. Like I think maybe it's because I'm a writer and I always try to like come up with names for things, even though I don't write fiction. But I think as a kid, I always just was intrigued by names and where they came from, and just like I never ever liked my own name, and maybe that's why. For some of you who don't know, Kat is not my birth name. That's just something that my friend Leanne decided to start calling me about 10 years ago, I guess, and it just kind of stuck. So my real name is Courtney, and I hate it. I just do not feel like I suit that name at all. It's too long. There's too many horrible nicknames I had as a child that I didn't want to. I don't know. Um, I was never happy with it. So I'm glad that I'm Kat now. I don't think that I'll legally change my name just because I think it would probably upset my mom a little bit. I mean, they're pretty good at calling me Kat, and when they send me things in the mail, they always address it as Kat. So, I mean, they're trying, but I think if I legally changed it, it would be another story. So I wrote down a list of baby names that I love. And for some reason, I always just think that I'm going to have girls. I mean, I don't really have a big list of boy names for some reason. But I think maybe if I had a boy, his name would be Tyrone. Uh, I don't know. I just like am really drawn to that name for some reason. I love it. And that also ties into the fact that when I have my own kids, I want to have biracial children, and I want to have my sperm donor be black. So yeah, I think Tyrone would work if I had a boy. As for the girl names, I have always just been in love with old lady names. I am such an old lady type person. Like my friends are like, "Why do you always buy little old lady dresses? You were born in the wrong era, blah blah blah." And I'm just like, I don't know. And little old ladies love me. Like they just love me. So I always wish that my mom would have named me after my grandma, and her name was Alice. And I just think it's such a beautiful name, and I kind of wish that was my middle name at least, but sadly, not so much. So the other names that I love and would definitely choose for my kids, my top two are Olive and Mabel. Now, I don't even know where I heard these names. I just remember the first time that I did, I just was like, if I have a child, that is their name. Like, I will have twins and they will be Olive and Mabel. I just think they are the cutest. Like, I just see my children and I see them having those names. um, but I also really like Celia, Cordelia. I really like. I also really like Charlotte, and I met a Charlotte this year, and was really, I thought it was really cool that there was actually someone named Charlotte. I also really like the name Iris, and I also met someone named Iris this year, who is like this really crazy 20-year-old, and I think that it's amazing that her name is Iris. Also, really like the name Violet. I dated a girl for a little bit with that name. I also really like Vivian, but then of course, stupid Angelina had to just have kids and one of them be named Vivian, so I was kind of upset about that because not naming my child after a celebrity's name. Um, I also really like the name Esther, and a lot of people will disagree with that one, but I just think that it's really unique, and I can just picture a little girl running around my house named Esther. Anyways, so I think that's all I'm going to say about this. And yeah, I would love to hear what names you guys love and especially boy names, because I'm really needing some good boy names. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.